Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
Injuries giveth, injuries taketh away. Spencer Burford comes in number 35 on our roster countdown for 2025, and this is a guy that has been up and down and up and down and up and down. His rookie year came in number 59 on our roster countdown, starts week one. One of two rookies the past 3 seasons that have started week one, Dominique Pooney and Spencer Burford. That's it. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. That's all. Then 2023 comes in number 16 on the countdown list, falls dramatically to last year, comes in number 52, and now he's at 35. This is a player that got vaulted into the starting position. Daniel Brunskill got hurt, and Spencer Burford, the rookie, stepped in, started week one. It was pretty solid, up and down, not near as good as Dominique Pooney, but it was like, whoa, there's a rookie offensive lineman that is playing some decent ball. Trent Williams took him under his wing. It was like, oh, we have our guard for the future. Not so fast. He breaks his hand. Dominique Pooney comes in. There's no looking back. Nobody's taking that job from Pooney. He has played on an all-world level. But Spencer Burford has continued to find himself useful to the 49ers. The versatility, it's off the charts. And going through minicamp, he was Trent Williams. You lost Jalen Moore for $15 million a year to the Chiefs. Well, guess what? Spencer Burford has stepped into that swing tackle role. Trent Williams doesn't practice much. He doesn't practice Wednesdays throughout the entire season. You have to have somebody step in at practice. Spencer Burford's that guy right now. Now, can Andre Dillard come in and take that job from him? We'll see, but through minicamp and OTAs, Spencer Burford was the starting left tackle. Now, you look at his athletic prowess and performance and build, it kind of makes sense. 6'5", 300 pounds, 34 3/4-inch arms. Like, he might have, outside of Trent Williams, he might have some of the longest arms. And he's only 24 years old. He came out in one of those COVID crazy years where everybody was crazy young. He's younger than a lot of the rookies we got this year. So he's going into his 4th season, but 24 years young still, with super heightened athletic prowess. 5'1" in the 40-yard dash, 1.77 10-yard, 29-inch vertical, incredible, 8'11" broad jump, 25 bench press reps. You put his measurables into mock draftable, Laramie Tunsil, David Bakhtiari, Zane Beatles, Ben Powers, so many of these guys that you're just like, ooh, he has some elite athletic traits and build type to where he could play guard. He could play tackle. And again, he started games at left guard, right guard, and now he's playing left tackle. He could kind of do it all. And that was kind of all when they drafted him out of UTSA, and we'll talk more about that in a second, but they were like, dude, he has the versatility. Played left tackle predominantly in college. He could play all 4 spots. You want to get him to take some center snaps, there's no reason why he couldn't handle that as well. The versatility has made Spencer Burford just safe. And I think he's going to get a decent payday next year. Do the 49ers bring him back? I doubt it, but they love this guy. And yeah, the low point of his career was definitely in the Senior Bowl. When Feliciano went down, he went in, blew a block, and kind of cost us the Super Bowl. But it's not all his fault. He was backup and, whatever. He has taken responsibility for it. He even had some teammates throw him under the bus, but he handled it very, very well. Now, he's from San Antonio, played for the Thunderbirds down at Wagner High School, and he's got NFL cousins. LaDarian Waddle and Sam Hurd both made it to the NFL. And, man, what he did at UTSA, he was their first ever 4-star signee. He was their first ever player to get invited to the Senior Bowl. He was their 3rd ever draft pick, and he's their first ever player to play in the Super Bowl. You look what he did at UTSA. He posted 88 knockdowns, 28 pancake blocks his last year there. Unbelievable. And, just goes to the Senior Bowl, which is a Niners trait that they love. Can these small school guys do it against other elite NFL talent? He could. And he plays with such a mean streak. By far one of the meaner, 49ers offensive linemen that puts people on the ground consistently. And, the plan was for him just to be a backup, but Daniel Brunskill got hurt, in training camp. Burford stepped in and, man, didn't lock the job down, but did enough to rotate. I think it was week 10 when Brunskill came back and they split reps. But this dude started the majority of his season. 16 starts. Like, he played a lot. 900 snaps. Again, one of two rookies that have started for the 49ers week 1 the past 3 seasons. Him and Dominique Pooney both at right guard. Does get happy feet a little too often. And again, we talked about the huge missed block in the Super Bowl and just went the wrong way. That's part of it. Now, new season, new opportunity. Taking over that swing tackle role, plus he could play guard. Like, he could back up everything and gives the 49ers so much versatility because you can keep him as a swing tackle. You can keep him as a backup guard. Maybe he's in competition with Ben Bartch to start at guard, but if minicamp or OTAs has anything to tell us, probably not. You can move him there in a pinch, but I think they're comfortable with the left guard kind of competition being Ben Bartch, Nick Zakelj, Connor Colby. They like their guard depth. So you bump out Spencer Burford, which they have not drafted a tackle in three drafts in a row. The only team in the NFL to not draft a center or a tackle in 3 straight drafts. Spencer Burford, if he could prove he could play that swing tackle spot, not saying he's going to get a $15 million a year deal like his predecessor did, but why not? Who's to say he can't? You're going to get snaps at left tackle if he wins that job. Trent does not play every game this season in the season anymore. He's way too well along in years. There's going to be bumps and bruises. His body doesn't recover as quick. So if you do win that swing tackle job, which I do think Spencer Burford can, excuse me, you're going to get 2 to 3 starts at left tackle in this zone style scheme. Teams covet that. They really do. Now, Spencer Burford was a 4th round pick in 2022. He's the 29th pick in that round. It has 100% like returned whatever value you want for a late round 4th pick. Excuse me, I had to take a drink of coffee there. But the problem is Zach Tom went right after him, who's the top 10 right tackle in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers. You want to put him kind of top 7 right tackle, I'd probably agree with you. That's the only, like, if you look at like hindsight 2020, yeah, every team would prefer Zach Tom, but the story is not written for Spencer Burford, 24 years old. And one of the things that's kind of rare about being a 24-year-old, he's played in 45 NFL games. He has 29 career starts. Dude's played. He's got over 2,000 career snaps. Now, the negative, he's allowed 9 sacks in those 2,000 snaps. 11 quarterback hits, 38 hurries. Not great. Can the consistency increase? Last year, 2024, again, he broke his hand, lost his job to Dominique Pooney, and, had 184 snaps on the offensive side, 0 sacks, 1 quarterback hit, 2 hurries. That's pretty good. Like, pretty much more consistent. And you've had Chris Forrester talk about if every offensive lineman outside of Trent Williams hit their ceiling, Spencer Burford would be the guy. Like, he has the most elite talent, build, skill set. It's just, can the consistency get there? The mental lapses get there. The horrible plays where he goes the wrong way like he did in the Super Bowl. Can those things get more consistent? If they can, Forster said, like, he's the most talented offensive lineman we have outside of Trent Williams. So can he become that? That's what you're hoping for. Now, injuries have been an issue. In 2023, had a knee injury, missed 3 games. Last year, broke his hand in camp. That cost him the job to Pooney. And then had a calf injury that cost him 2 more games. Can he stay healthy? Can he be more consistent? That's what he needs. But he's 24. Who's to say he cannot get that locked down? Is he the eventual Trent Williams replacement at left tackle? I don't think so. I don't think the 49ers think so. But 49ers value the offensive line less than any other team in the NFL. I truly do believe that. Yeah, they paid Trent Williams. Yes, they paid for Trent Williams, but that fell in their lap. They haven't drafted any tackles in 3 years or centers. There's some subpar offensive line play out there. So, last year of Spencer Burford's rookie deal, he has a career-made $3.2 million. He's been active. He's played in a lot of games. He's made some money. I love it. I just hope he could take that next step. If he could become a staple swing tackle, this dude's going to make a lot more money. He's 24. This dude could play for another 8 years the way he's built. And if he could do that, you're talking about major money. Like, I would not be shocked if Spencer Burford gets like an $8 to $10 million a year deal somewhere if he can prove to be, take those snaps at tackle in game time situations, which opportunity he will get if he wins that job over Andre Dillard. We just got to wait and see. I just want consistency. At some point, he's going to play this year, whether that's Trent's backup, Ben Barch's backup at left guard. Who knows? Injuries, sadly, are well accustomed to the 49ers offensive line. Spencer Burford's going to be playing at some point this year, and that's why he's number 35 on our roster countdown. Shout out to Josh, executive producer of today's show. And for us in the 49ers Rush team, we're just going to keep counting them down.